For an entirely new dining experience, we strongly suggest you visit SkyCity at the Space Needle in Seattle, Washington. Here you can experience the freshest seafood taken right from the Puget Sound area, prepared by Chef Jeff Maxfield, all while sitting 500 feet above the city in a panoramic rotating dining room for your dining and viewing pleasure. Famous for having his creations featured at the prestigious James Beard House in October of 2013, Chef Maxfield sat with us to discuss his cooking philosophy and to take in the breathtaking views of SkyCity's rotating dining room. Well, people come here for everything from birthdays to anniversaries, special occasions, because this is a very special place for a special event. Now, you know, when people come in here, I mean, this is a busy venue. I mean, I know that I was hearing that people going up just to see the Space Needle and the observation decks, up to 7,000 people.
7,000 a day.
In a day?
Since I've been here, our record, I think, is close to 10,000. So you can imagine the volume that we do, and you know, to really be able to continue our mission with the food that we do in that high volume is a challenge.
I know one of the unique things is that you use locally grown, seasonal type items, correct?
Being a high volume restaurant, it's a challenge to bring in local asparagus in the spring and have some farmer that's going to be able to supply us with 60 pounds a day. You know, another big passion of mine is sustainability. So we, you know, only source seafood that's, you know, sustainably caught. Beef that is antibiotic free and hormone free, and
I love it.
All Northwest raised product here as well. You know, our fish is caught in these waters around us. You know, wild salmon, spot prawns from British Columbia. So it trickles down to pretty much everything we do.
Yeah, well, it seems like you're doing a great job. Now, you had made a couple of beautiful creations for us to take a look at, and we can go over those, and
absolutely,
let's do that.
What we've got is a spinach salad, goat cheese fritter, you know, that oozy goat cheese. We've got heirloom spinach, so it's a red varietal of spinach. We've got lamb bacon, which is a very unique product. This is actually lamb bellies that a rancher does for us that he cures, and we use locally grown hazelnuts. You know, we're one of the largest producing regions of hazelnuts in the world. And then we bring it all together with a pear dressing, which is just simply pears pureed with a little hazelnut oil.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a great salad.
So what was your inspiration for this? Just
I'm a big fan of taking ingredients that grow in the same area or swim in a stream close to, you know, maybe nettles in the spring or mushrooms in the fall, putting all those together on the same dish, and you know, you can't go wrong with that pairing. This is Albacore Tuna.
Oh.
It's actually a fantastic fishery here in Washington State. Albacore follow those Gulf streams out of the warmer waters in the southern Pacific, come up and feed in the fall, usually late summer, fall, into Washington State. In my opinion, some of the best tuna in the world. What we do is chop it up raw and then marinate it with a little bit of apple cider, olive oil. We serve with some crimson beets. There's a little bit of lemon zest on there and some fresh
dill,
fennel.
It looks like fennel.
Little fennel, and then this is fennel pollen. So what we do is we get those fennel fronds as they're blooming.
It smells good.
Let them dry out, and we shake that pollen off.
And this is one of my favorites, actually. We get a lot of chances to eat the albacore, and it's just so good.
Yeah.
What's this?
This is forest mushrooms. So these are all those locally foraged mushrooms we're talking about. There's lobster mushrooms in here that are really only available, you know, late summer.
Yeah.
And then we've got chanterelles, which are pretty abundant this time of year here. The little sauce on the plate is actually a Douglas fir gastrique. So what we do is we take Douglas fir needles and we make a tea out of it. Add a little bit of Douglas fir eau de vie, which is a liqueur that's made by Clear Creek Distillery here. And it just kind of gives this woodsy, you know, kind of flavor. So everything, the inspiration behind this is everything that's on this dish you would find if you went for, you know, a foraging walk. So
very unique combination. Yeah, it's very creative.
It's a great little starter, and you know, the feedback on it is fantastic.
Now I see why you're invited over there to the James Beard Foundation. Now it makes a lot of sense to me, and you're proud of that.
Yeah,
and you're doing a great job.
Last dish is a signature that we do here, and the story behind this is actually pretty funny. These are what we call Mocha braised short ribs. So we take Northwest grown beef and short rib, and we brine it in coffee. And sits in coffee and a little cardamom, some cinnamon stick, and onion overnight. And then we braise it with chocolate, red wine, and veal stock. The inspiration behind this came from actually when you get samples. You know, vendors always bring little samples. They want you to try their stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they brought some short ribs to me and a little bit of veal stock. That was a sample they wanted me to try. We had some Toll House chocolate chip cookies. We had leftover coffee on the counter from that morning. My wife and I kind of threw this dish together, and it stuck. And I've been doing this as a signature kind of Jeff Maxfield dish for quite some time, and it's still one of my favorites. I order it when I come into the restaurant.It.
Well, you're very creative, I must say. Well, people got to get out here, and I wanted to let them know too, we're sitting here still right now, but this actually rotates.
Yeah, the dining room rotates around the center of the building, so it's just the floor, so it's the windows to the center wall. Rotates one rotation every about 45 minutes.
Okay. Every visit to SkyCity includes a free trip to the observation deck. So after dinner, take a short elevator ride up and enjoy the Emerald City in all its glory. The perfect end to the perfect evening.
You've got the city and the east side with the Cascade Mountain Range on this end, and you cruise over Puget Sound and you see West Seattle and the Olympic Mountains beyond that. Then you cruise to the north end, and on a clear day you can see Mount Rainier, Mount St. Helens, Mount Baker, all the Olympic mountain range. It's just incredible, and it's breathtaking every time we take that elevator up to work and seeing this view and coming out to the dining room. It is breathtaking.
I'll tell you, if I lived here, I would eat here once a week because it would be a different experience every time. Not only the view, but the food as well. And your creations are incredible. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. And thank you so much for being here. And until next time, just remember to enjoy.